What's up guys and welcome to Tennis channel. Say no more, I have with me the new 2023 Yonex Vcore 98. I'm so excited about this review because I have pretty much high hope for this one. Previously I already reviewed the 95 and the 100, so if you guys haven't watched it, follow the link above. To sum up, both of them are better than previous versions, and I'm hoping that it's the case for the 98 as well. Today, I will do a complete review and playtest on this Vcore 98. I will compare it with the previous version, the 2018 and the 2021 versions, as well as the new Yonex Ezone 98, to see the difference between them and to see which one is better for my game style. Most of them will strung with the same string, the Solingo Turbite Soft at 46 pounds. A little bit of a background, I used to play with the Vcore 98 2018 version back in the day for almost a year, I believe. Anyway, I sold it because I think it's too muted for my likings, and I switched to the Pro Staff 97. Okay, before we go to the chord, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on the next content. Thanks! Okay, let's start with the old versions and move on to newer versions. The 2018 Vcore 98 plays on the firm side. Back in the day, I thought it was muted, but compared to 2021 version, this one is totally fine, more responsive and direct. The launch angle is high, it has good power and spin, the frame is maneuverable and easy to swing with. What I don't like on this racket that it's unpredictable on the forehand. Sometimes I can put the topspin on the ball, but sometimes I can't. Overall, I think it's a decent, stable racket. Next, moving on to the 2021 version. This is the first time I play with this version. I think this is absolutely the worst racket in the Vcore line. It has the least power and spin. The launch angle was lower. The racket doesn't bite the ball as it was supposed to do. The first shot I hit was so flat. It has no spin on the ball whatsoever. I don't even know that I can flatten the ball that much. It never happens to me on other rackets in my experience. The feel is so muted I can feel anything. Probably the most muted racket in the history of tennis. Totally not a fan. And I thought the 2018 version is muted. Little did I know. On the ground strokes, the 2021 Vcore is unstable and unpredictable. I don't even consider this as a spin racket. Even my Blade M98 and the PS97 can generate more topspin than this one. The directional control is average, but I cannot control the depth of the ball, basically because I don't know which launch angle the ball is gonna go. Most of the time it's low, but when I try to lift it, it was high with not enough topspin to make the ball dip in the court. It has a good power on the serve, but it doesn't go to the place that I intend to. Overall, this racket doesn't give me the confidence in my game. It's too muted, and I don't know what is right or wrong when I hit. That kind of prevents me from playing offense, and I don't like that. Okay, now let's move on to the newest one, the 2023 Vcore. On the first touch, I gotta say this is definitely an improvement from previous versions, especially the 2021 version that sucks too much. I think this one is the most powerful and has the most topspin compared to previous versions. The feel came back. Although the racket plays on the soft side, I can feel the ball better than the 2021. Probably the same as 2018. From the baseline, I think the racket is easier to swing and maneuver, as well as forgiving. The swing weight is lower, yet it gives more power, so I have no complaint on that. What I like about this new version is that I can play with more confidence on the attack than previous ones. It's more stable. The launch angle is higher, but with more spin, the ball dips at the end and lands in the court anyway. I feel like my ground strokes went deeper than normal. Also, I serve the best with this racket. The first serve is so good, I got a lot of power on it with high percentage. I barely have to do the second serve. The precision and accuracy may not as good as other control frames, but with this much power, I can get some advantages on my service game anyway. What I don't like on this racket is the feel. Although I can feel the ball more than 2021 version, it confuses me. There are many times that I hit the ball and I was certain it's gonna go out, mostly with high angle balls. Anyway, it ended up dipping in the court. I even stopped playing already. And come to look at the video, the shots that I thought it was out, mostly it turned to be a good ball. I don't know if you guys take this as a positive or negative, but for me, who normally use the racket that is focused on control and feel, I don't like it because it's kinda unpredictable. So what happened on the court is, when I thought I hit out a lot, I tried to close the racket face more to reduce the angle, and that is not the right way to go with this because it decreases the percentage. But at that time, I didn't know it was good balls until my hitting partner said that it was all good. Overall, I would say this racket is an improvement from previous version on many aspects. If you are not care much about the feel, then this racket should work well for you. If you are using the 2021 Vcore, definitely demo this 2023. On the net game, it's pretty stable, but sometimes it gives a lot of power at the sweet spot and sometimes not so much power when you're hitting off. The feel is not that much different, so it's hard to tell. Okay, the last one I want to compare is the 2022 Ezone 98. This racket is one of my favorite rackets for 2022, alongside with the Head Extreme Tour and Technifiber T-Fight. After playing with the Vcore 98, I can feel that the Ezone has less power for sure, and it's stiffer, but not in a bad way though. The firmness of the frame gives me a direct feel and responsiveness. I always complain about the weird feel on the Ezone 98, but now I appreciate it. I feel more connected to the ball compared to the Vcore 98. The launch angle is lower, but it's more consistent. I don't feel like the spin on the Ezone is lower than the Vcore. I can still play with percentage shots way above the net. I feel more confident on the attack than the Vcore. What I like on this racket the most is probably the consistency and the control on the attack. Backhand slice also feels great. The downside is probably the forgiveness that is not as much as the Vcore, and the stiffness for some people. Okay, to sum it up, if I have to rank the racket from my most favorite to least favorite, the number one is the Ezone 98. The number two would be the Vcore 95. The number three is the Vcore 98. And last but not least, the Vcore 100 at the bottom. Just want to note that this is just for me. It will not be applicable to you guys because you all have different game and strokes. What I can say is that if you are considering updating your 2021 Vcore 98 to 2023 version, I support it. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.